if I could just go back in time and order you not to do this. Wait a second, I know Italian. I mean, that's literally a time machine that can bring you back in time, lets you order someone, and then brings you back automatically. That's absurd, because that means everything I said was true. Like, languages matter, it's a form of art, Italian is the best language ever. Maybe we can factor the last one, but I mean, you may not understand, but that's my job to explain. So I say, let's travel in time. Ciao a tutti e benvenuti al Facile come Italiano. Hello everybody, welcome to Easy as Italian. I'm Reza, as you know me after all this time. And first of all, I want to say that this is an advanced level session, so please, if you know almost nothing about Italian language, if it's the first video you're watching from this channel, please stop right here, go watch something else. Seriously, you need many other things before this session. I don't want you to hate me, so please take that. Now, here we want to talk about how we can travel in time using Italian language. And for that, we need to know many other things before. So, watch this first. Welcome back. Well, that was the imperatives. As you remember, we had a whole session about imperatives in Italian language. We told you about the three most important forms of imperative, that is ordering one person, ordering a group, and ordering in formal language. And now we need that. Actually, just a part of it. If you remember, when we wanted to order in formal languages, when we wanted to order someone whom we have to be formal to, we used to use a kind of tense called subjunctive, or the so-called congiuntivo, right? Now, for this session, we need that congiuntivo. And what is this? That's when I'm saying this session is advanced. Congiuntivo is a kind of tense we use when we are talking about possibilities or ideas, something that is not real and it's only in your head. For example, I say, spero che abbia belli sogni. I hope you have beautiful dreams. Now, this is just a hope. I'm hoping that. It's not something real. It's in my head. So for the second part, I'm using abbia, that is the congiuntivo or the subjunctive form of the verb avere, to have. So, spero che abbia belli sogni is a great example of what does congiuntivo do. Now, I want you to watch this one too. That was a quick review about the video of presente di congiuntivo. Now, I don't need you to remember everything about that video. I don't need you to go watch it all over again. We just need two verb conjugations from that video, essere and avere. As you remember, I have told you many times that these two are the most important verbs in Italian language. To be and to have, essere, avere. Now, we only need these two verbs conjugations. And as you remember, again, we said these two mostly have irregular conjugations, so you cannot remember it by a pattern. You should just try to memorize it as it is by heart. So for essere, we say sia, sia, sia. Siamo, siate, siano. The order is io, tu, lui, lei, and then noi, voi, loro. And for avere, we have abbia, abbia, abbia. Abbiamo, abbiate, abbiano. And this was the point I said is very, very easy about congiuntivo. And that's the three first conjugations. Io, tu, and lui, lei are just the same. They have no difference, really. What can be easier than that? I mean, I say io abbia, tu abbia, lui o lei abbia. Now, why do we need these two? Because we have to again have a reference to another video. Watch this one again. And that was the video of passato prossimo. That is hopefully one of the most viewed videos in the channel. But I need something from that again. Well, you remember how we used to make passato prossimo. We said that passato prossimo is an equal to present perfect or simple past in English language. It can be translated as both of them. And now, in order to make it, we needed one auxiliary verb that could be avere or essere, and then we needed the past participle form of our verb. For example, we put avere or essere depending on the main verb that goes in the past participle. I have talked about these rules. I hope you are remembering them. For past participles, we used to say, for example, trovare would be trovato, mangiare would be mangiato, or some irregular things like bere would be bevuto, or prendere would be preso. And then after putting auxiliary verb and the main verb, we used to put the rest of the sentence. And now, the most important topic of the day, time travel. In order to do that, we need to know how to make imperative sentences. We need to know how to bring essere and avere into the present conjugation of subjunctive. And we need to know how does passato prossimo form work. Well, the only difference here with passato prossimo is that instead of putting the auxiliary verbs in present indicative tense, we are putting them in present subjunctive tense. So instead of saying, for example, sono andato, I say sia andato. You got that? And with this thing, we are literally making passato di congiuntivo. That's it. Now, you might be a little confused. Passato di congiuntivo, what is the use of that? Well, the use of that is giving orders in the past. How? I've written some examples for you. I would read. Abbiate indossato quel bel vestito. Abbiate indossato quel bel vestito. If it was in passato prossimo of the indicative tenses, surely, we wouldn't have been saying abbiate, surely. We would be like avete indossato quel bel vestito. You wore that beautiful dress. But now that we are saying abbiate indossato quel bel vestito, that means you had to. I am translating with you had to because there is no other, how to say, equal tense in English language for that. Yeah, this thing of past imperative is something I have seen in Italian and French only till now. So, abbiate indossato quel bel vestito. If I want to make an equal for in English language, I would be like, you had to wear that beautiful dress. Alright? So, it may not seem so cool when you're translating it into English because it's just, you had to. It's not something pretty special, but when you get the meaning in the language itself, it sounds way cooler than that, really. The second example. Vi siete sentiti meglio da stamattina. Vi siete sentiti meglio da stamattina. Now, we said that some verbs like sentire need a reflexive objective pronoun with them. A side detail. Sentire can have two meanings. One of them is to hear, and the other one is to feel. When we are using the meaning to hear, we need no reflexive objective pronoun. We would be like, oh, sento qualcosa. I'm hearing something, okay? But when you are using it in the feeling form, in the meaning of feeling, you need to use the reflexive objective pronoun. Like I say, mi sento un po' male oggi. I feel a little bad today. Ok? Mi sento. Now this thing, vi siete sentiti meglio da stamattina, is the same thing. Vi, second pronoun plural. Vi siete sentiti meglio da stamattina. You had to feel better since this morning. Okay? I'm ordering this. Imagine I'm ordering this. Vi siete sentiti meglio da stamattina. Okay? The third example. Sia andata a scuola ieri mattina. Sia andata a scuola ieri mattina. Now, sia andata a scuola. You had to go to school ieri mattina, yesterday morning. But the point is, andata is the feminine form of the past participle, right? So, I am talking to a girl, a woman, a feminine person. How to say? A feminine person. So, if you want to make it masculine, how would you do that? You'd be like, sia andato a scuola, right? So be careful about that point too. When you are making the past participles, andata, andato, especially if you're dealing with essere, right? The fourth example, for this one, I want you to translate that into English. Let's get through it. Abbia fatto attenzione di più. Abbia fatto attenzione di più. What would you think it can mean? Abbia fatto from fare, più, di più. Be careful about that one. Attenzione. You had to pay more attention. You had to pay more attention. Abbia fatto attenzione di più. The next one, again, you try. Sia venuto alla festa ieri notte. Sia venuto alla festa ieri notte. Now be careful. Venuto. Is it feminine or it is masculine? Venuto. Masculine. Yes. So, sia venuto alla festa ieri notte. You had to come to the party last night. Next example. Abbia scritto a me più presto. This is the last one. Abbia scritto a me più presto. Più presto, you already know it. Earlier. So, abbia scritto a me più presto would be like, you had to write to me earlier. Or you can also translate as, you had to text me earlier. Alright? So, now you know how to make past imperatives. You learned how to make passato di congiuntivo, had a review over imperatives in present, and also you had a review over passato prossimo, and now you are able to do some quick time travels. But the point is, this thing actually is not that common, and if people want to say something in these situations, they mostly use conditionals, and other than a couple stupids like me, no one would use them. So, considering its literatural value, blah, 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 I'm glad you wasted your time with me. Remember to hit the subscribe button and like the video if you are a weeb, and if you are not, then just subscribe and follow the videos to learn this beautiful language as quickly and as easy as possible. See you in a couple of days, my friends. Ciao.